Hi, this is Shane Starr again on a cool Wednesday in December. I just did a video on autistic traits, and I found another shorter one. This video will be like a follow up to the last one. Same site, IDR Labs, 3-minute Asperger Syndrome test. Do I think I have Asperger's? I don't know. I mean, the problem is, what difference does it make at this point in my life? What are they going to do? Like, I don't think there's pills for this or anything. Let's see. Why use this test? Free of charge, scores related to difficulties. I mean, some of this stuff, it's like I already know I have, but a lot of people do, I would think. Clinically oriented, statistical controls made by professionals. Let's see what we got here. Okay, 10 questions this time. Question 1 of 10. It is hard for me to keep track of simultaneous conversations. I'd answer in the middle. I have to do that sometimes. I see other people sometimes have more difficulty with it than I do. But I don't like it. But I don't think anyone likes it. I'll say it describes me somewhat. Question 210. I'm good at remembering phone numbers, license plates, and the like. Yeah, I remember, people's birthdays from high school who are my friends who I haven't talked to in 20 years, 30 years, Definitely me. I've always been good at remembering stuff like that. I find myself drawn more strongly to things than people. Definitely me, always me. And see, again, like when we think of typology, and it's like, to me and to regular people, that would make me an introvert. In typology, it's like, well, no, if you're this or that quadrant, like if you're a gamma, then you're more selfish or something. And it's just like, anything to make sure I stay an E in their system, right? Anyway, things over people. Other people tell me I'm impolite even when I think what I said was polite. That's definitely me. I made a video about this, what cognitive functions are at play at work. This, my coworker created a problem. The person called super angry about it. I fixed the problem, and then the coworker called them back, and they ended up thanking the coworker and being mad at me. I don't know what I did wrong. I fixed the problem. Anyway, question 5. I prefer to do the same things the same way over and over again. Yeah, that's me. I often notice small sounds around me that others do not. Yes, I made videos about that in the past. I prefer to do things on my own than others. Yeah, I do. It's my day off, and I'm here right now with my 4 people in my audience. Question 8. I see patterns and systems all the time. Absolutely. Sometimes I make connections that other people think are weak at best, but I can see the connection. I remember on my original typing session with Jack, I compared the philosophers Nietzsche and Kierkegaard. One is the guy famous for saying God is dead. The other is a passionate Christian. And, I guess to him and others that equals some sort of categorization problem like TI polar or something at work. Whereas they're both known as part of the existentialist family, both made a primacy of individual over the collective groups, both hated contemporary culture, both were opponents of Hegel. The only difference is that one made a leap of faith, the other made a leap into Greek culture. They both made the same leap, just one to God, one to something else. I didn't see a problem with that at all. But yeah, I see patterns, systems, even when some people deny those patterns or systems. Okay, moving on. I can easily focus on one thing to the extent that I lose sight of other things. Yeah, that was in my performance review. I need to see the big picture more. I don't do it enough. I'm fascinated by numbers. Absolutely. That's me 100%. Okay, so what does this say? I don't think, I was hoping for somewhere in here something to be way over there. That's kind of bad. So your answers suggest a very strong indication of Asperger syndrome. You might find significant difficulties with social appropriateness, a heightened ability to focus on details, repetitive motor patterns, fondness for routines that others find odd, like typology. But that means all of us. If you're watching this video, you're right there in the same boat with me, at least on that count. In clinical context, your case would warrant active treatment in the form of psychotherapy. Not happening. Group and family support might also be in order. For what? I don't have a sign on my back saying save me. I have my religion for that. I have my job. I'm doing reasonably well. My purposes for this, if there was a really good treatment or something like pills or some sort of electromagnetic brain treatment or something like that, then sure, yeah, I'm open to that. But there isn't, and we just have to go with what we have in life. And I've gotten this far on what I have. So if I have some Asperger traits or autistic traits, so be it. Hopefully it does shed some light on my typing. I haven't gotten into that yet, but it explains why I self-type so much. Like I resonate with the ISTJ categories in Enneagram 1. It makes sense from a self perspective. From an outside perspective, maybe it doesn't matter. But anyway, that's it. That's all I have for today, for real this time. And we'll come back next time on a different subject entirely. Peace out.